Uh, Hi, welcome back. I should have counted down. Whatever, I don't care. It's been a,
Oh, hi guys.
it's been a day in my brain. I am very medicated and trying to do this, and I'm doing pretty good for it. So we'll keep going. Anyway, you knock on the door. There's no response though. At least no one says anything. No one makes any noise.
Is anyone home? So knock again.
Yeah. The door seems locked from the inside. The windows are shuttered. They seem like they could be maybe popped open, but you don't know if there's any glass on the inside or not. There seems to be two windows in the front under this kind of porch, which is the roof of the porch is covered with all kinds of leaf litter and stuff from various seasons over the time period. There's like moss in various places. You can see areas where the wood is definitely aging here. There's like an old swing on the porch, which kind of like creaks in the wind with kind of metal chains that are rusted as you're up here on the porch.
I'm gonna wander on over to the window and open the shutters, see if I can see anything.
Yeah, you can easily get something in between them, like a knife or a pen or something, and like pop open the shutters from the inside. There's some cross hatching, but other than that, it's just an open window. There's no glass or anything.
I'm gonna pop my head through the window.
Well, you kind of have to like move the cross hatching out of the way, kind of like it's you can still like lift like a little thing up and get it out of the way. It's quiet in there and dark.
Get my little torch out and shine it around, see if I can see anything.
This place is pretty abandoned looking. There's like a table. It looks to have this is like a front room, so you have a kind of like a fireplace, along with like a cooking area kind of attached to it. An old metal stove, looks like something out of the 1800s, or I'm sorry, 1900s. So like 1850s, 1860s, something like that. Old stove, metal, table and chairs, pile of wood there, looks old too. And a small sitting area, kind of went to one side of the room. There's also a half ajar door in the back, which seems to lead to another room.
Don't mess with the window too much. Presumably meant to keep out sunlight.
I'm not sure if he lives here or not. It's just kind of nothing. Doesn't look lived in. Or unlived in, whichever you prefer.
Oh.
Well, if he is
Vampire,
indeed here.
specifically Nosferatu, I suspect we check to see if there's a basement.
I would recommend avoiding mentioning anything in particular, as if there are others here, we might not want to have to reconcile, if you know what I mean.
Want me to climb in and check for a basement?
Not through the window.
Oh.
Perhaps this person particularly enjoys not having a lot of furniture. Perhaps they like the Spartan accommodations? If someone is listening to us, perhaps they would be more willing to greet us if they knew that Drake and Matilda had sent us here. I kind of look around a little bit expectantly.
Dawn pokes her head back through the window and she's like, yeah, Drake and Matilda send us.
No response.
Well, I'm going to check the door, see if it's locked.
The door does seem to be locked up. At least there seems to be some kind of bar in the way from the inside.
Okay. Anyone have any thoughts on how we might be able to deal with this obstacle?
I go through the
Aside from
window.
climbing in through the window? Unless you can climb in through the window without disrupting the light blocking elements of it.
Well, I can put them back. Yeah, it's only closing a latch.
Fair enough.
So so how are you entering in the place then?
I'm lift up the window and climb on through.
Okay. It's a little bit of a squeeze. It's like an old window, and like the barring that has no panes of glass on it, just to kind of like, I guess, keep out anything larger. It isn't the easiest. It doesn't go up all the way. It's just meant to go up a little bit, like in case you do have to do something with the window. But other than that, it's mainly just to keep larger creatures out. With the shutters are open. So you're inside. Is everybody else following Dawn, or is Dawn opening the front door? What are you doing?
I'm gonna go open the front door.
Okay. So you're inside what appears to be the main living area of this place. As I said, there's like a kitchen area with like a dining table and a kind of table in a more like, would you guess, with like a living area. Looks like there's like a
Records
book.
of Evil has made me paranoid. I'm like, we should check for traps. Right.
Like most of the time you're like checking, there's nothing there. And like the one time you don't check, trap.
Right?
Just lit instantly on fire.
And the thing is, it's like, it's not my fault, because that's where it was on the map. I planned it out.
No, I mean, I totally get it.
And it was like, wow, you walk into it so many times.
Anyway, I don't blame you. It's just funny. And it's made me paranoid. Anyway, let's continue. What do we see? What do we do?
I'm more interested in what you smell.
That's a good point. What do I smell?
Give me a sense perception. Stick with difficulty 6, so you'll have your reaction.
Awareness, there's. Oh, 4. 5 successes.
Alright. Yeah, you kind of, sniff around, and, there's like a distinct kind of, canine smell in the area.
Is it the same as the one you smelled earlier?
Is it?
Similar, yes.
Well, there's a distinct bestial canine odor here, kind of similar to what we were looking at before. Not sure it's exactly the same.
Well,
Is it any stronger in one area than another?
Is it? Like I'm looking around, I'm like sniffing around, I guess.
Not really.
Okay.
You don't like...
No.
It's very, like, strong, this area.
Yeah. No, it seems to be all over the place here. As if this
Well,
were a den of some sort.
that would make sense. Shall we see what's behind door number 2? I gesture at the slightly ajar door.
Sure. As I'm closing the latch on the window.
All right. You will open that door, and you'll find it a more. It leads into something that can do a bedroom. It's got like a chest of drawers. All the drawers are open. There's an old bed frame. Nothing on it right now. There's a second door to your. This kind of goes off to the right of the room, and to the left is a second door, kind of in the one corner.
By the by, do either of you know Italian?
Nope.
Hold on. Open up the translator app on my phone.
I imagine that the gentleman we're looking for speaks adequate, if not perfect English, but still. Shall we try door number 3? And hope it's not a goat.
I don't know. I like goats.
Yes, but we want the vacation.
I don't know. I pick a goat over a vacation.
Choose a goat over vacation.
Yes, I would pick a pet goat over a vacation.
Vacation, all you ever wanted. You just got to get away.
Vacation's only for a week. Goat is for life.
Okay. That leads to a small hallway. There are 2 doors off of there. This kind of goes along the back wall, and these head into, you're guessing, smaller rooms, kind of filling out the gap in the area. I'll just kind of draw some squares to get you an idea of how this is on the grid here. So that's like that. It's not really the size, but I'll just do it like this and like that. So you got 2 smaller rooms in here, like maybe like this and like this. Just quickly on the main map there in Roll20. So yeah, so you're like in this hallway here.
Oh, right.
That is not to scale at all. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
And there are doors to each of those rooms that are closed?
Yes.
All right. Well. Ladies first.
Okay.
Which one do you want to check out? First or second door?
Second.
Okay. It is a restroom. It's got like this one looks to be not always in use. You're guessing probably this is the outhouse that they can set up for door. It's got basically like a chamber pot rather than the outhouse, which has a hole. This is probably for during snowstorms. So you have a place to, you don't have to wander out to get to the outhouse and dig it out during deep snow. But it looks like it wasn't set up. Like it's got like a place to put like a pot, which the pot is like on kind of to the side and upside down, looking like maybe it wasn't in use currently. The like seat is up, the wooden seat. There's like a washing basin. You're not sure if there is a well here or they would have gathered water from one of the lakes or ponds or something. You're not sure. You didn't check around the grounds.
All right. Well then. I believe a single door remains.
Yeah. Hopefully this one doesn't have another shitter behind it.
Agreed. I'd even take a goat at this point.
I'm telling you, owning a goat would be pretty cool.
All right. It looks to be some kind of small storage room. Kind of a closet. It's got a place that's got like, maybe to hang up some coats. Got a couple of very old coats that are falling apart here. A couple of crates and barrels that are all opened, seemingly empty of materials.
I don't know if he's staying here.
Well, the thing is, he wouldn't need to make use of the kitchen significantly, or the chamber pot.
No, but there's wood in the living room by the fire. Why would he leave the wood there? It's just wrong. Why wouldn't you, check it out?
Perhaps he enjoys fire.
No one enjoys fire. None. Is that a thing? Do some of us enjoy fire?
There are, like, vampires that have powers that are akin to fire. Remember that the Tremere have a power that creates fire.
I like that.
I mean, you eat things, and you seem to enjoy them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
This is different. Eating things doesn't kill you.
Also, the older you get, the more eccentric you tend to be. Case in point.
All right.
Yeah,
Can each of you roll me perception alertness?
Smell or not?
You can use smell, yes.
Wait.
Well, at least you didn't botch.
Apparently my acute sense of smell is smelling something old from that chamber pot.
It could just be that, like, all that, like, the canine smell, or canine smell that's in this place is just overpowering everything else. Okay. Alright, are you doing anything else?
I'll open up, like, the closet or whatever, or the wardrobe, whichever it was, just see if there's anything in there.
No, most of the drawers were out. You can kind of, like, check out what's left. Nothing. It looks like it was just cleared out long ago, and they were just left, everything was left ajar.
Were there any rugs or something?
Probably like an animal skin. Let's say there's a black bear skin down on, under some of the living room area.
It's still intact, I'm taking it.
It's falling apart a little bit.
Okay.
So it's a little newer than some of the other stuff?
Maybe?
I was mostly thinking to look under it.
Either that or it was very well dried and has been preserved decently, but, it's... This place looks like it's out of 100 years ago, but it's hard to say when it was last used. Just because it's out of 100 years ago doesn't mean someone couldn't have used this place, like, 30 years ago.
Or recently and just not really done much there.
Yeah.
All right.
Basically, I'm looking for
a basement.
trapdoors in the floor.
All right. So, let me check something here. All right, give me perception alertness then. Not using your smell.
Got it.
You take like a search around, and you in fact actually find what looks to be a trapdoor that was a little well hidden in the one corner of the living room area.
Hey guys, I say, gesturing to the ground.
Ah. Another door. Shall we?
Should we knock on this one?
Have we been knocking on the others?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Well, we were looking for the basement doors. We assumed you'd be in the basement.
Well, we were looking for a moderately secret room, but whatever you'd like.
Bang, 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 bang. The window flies open. The shutters fly open as if like wind hit them and are banging loudly.
I closed them. I swear I closed them.
You did, Jace? You closed them. Well, I think that's the point.
Yep.
Interesting. Well, I imagine that would be sufficient to scare off most people.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's indicating that you should not.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock.
Okay.
Knock on the basement floor.
No response.
Well, is the trapdoor locked?
It has a large padlock on it. Actually, now that you it like had a piece of furniture over top of the area where the, the bookshelf was in the way. It's like when you move the bookshelf, you found this, and you were able to see that there's like a padlock on it that seems to be locking it from the outside here.
Well, despite the obvious solitude that that anyone who might be here would obviously desire, I hope that our goals might match with any such person. So, if you would be so kind as to, and I gesture at the padlock.
Nathan, you feel a breeze.
All right.
Do you use a belt?
Do I use a belt?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
You'll notice two things have occurred. Your belt is snapped, and your pants have fallen down.
I like him.
Second question, do you wear underwear?
What do you think?
I'm honestly not sure.
I think it's either none or it's just the full old-timey long johns.
It used to be the full old-timey long johns until I broke the habit because I'm not cold anymore.
Once you got used to not being cold.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you could have just asked Nathan. He would have shown you.
he would have what now?
If someone had asked you to pull your pants down for him, you would have, and you know it.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I thought you were discussing our humorous host,
I don't know.
who is perhaps amused by alliteration, as well as partial nudity.
I mean, who isn't?
I'll
by that?
pull my pants back up.
Well, Drake sent us. Right, that was the name?
Drake and his associate Matilda.
Yes. There seems to be no response.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you may not want us looking in there.
That's fair. We are also here on behalf of Helena Panhard. She suggested that you might be interested in one of our goals, and that we might assist you in one of yours.
There is no response.
How much do you know about magic? Is it possible to set up triggers?
I don't know. I believe Dawn was looking more into the occult side of academia recently.
That is true. I am into the occult now.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I understood, in character, as far as I understood, you mostly have to activate your powers on the spot. But I have heard of more powerful vampires being able to do other things.
Fair enough.
Please roll me perception alertness, Nathan and Emil.
Nice.
Okay. Emil,
So far.
like,
Sorry.
you all of a sudden notice, like, the weirdest thing, that, like, as Dawn's, like, sitting there thinking, you notice there's a canine next to her, sitting there, kind of, like, with a similar inquisitive look on its face. As she kind of like goes through like the thought motions and stuff, you can see it's doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have a pet.
And I do not notice that?
No,
Okay.
just it's
I'm
like
thinking that
it-
perhaps it has something to do with the ability to sneak, as someone who were invisible to the naked eye, so to speak, would be able to flutter windows and...
Emil, you recognize this is a coyote. This is not a wolf.
and look down
Yeah,
and slice
that's
belts.
a good point.
Those kinds of things would not require an excessive expenditure of resources.
How much? You said this was a Nosferatu?
Yes.
No, I'm saying that to Nathan.
Again, I was going to suggest not using
This coyote is really skilled.
Spec-
It just
specific
tied
words.
Dawn's shoelaces together. And she has not noticed it was there.
Yeah.
With just its mouth. Very, like, subtly.
But in answer to your question, yes.
Well, can Gould animals learn?
It's waving at you.
Yeah, I know. I'm like staring right at it.
No one else has
It knows I'm
noticed it.
looking at
It knows you noticed it. It's just waving now. It actually waves its paw.
Yeah. Can Gould animals learn?
It's shaking its head at you.
These stealthy techniques, not that I'm aware of, but as you might or might not know, I do not have significant experience with Gould animals.
Give me an occult intelligence roll, Emil. You can roll this.
Okay.
Difficulty
I have
9.
No idea.
Difficulty 9.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's hope I get real lucky.
Well, I can help you with that if that's all you're looking for.
One success.
All right. You heard of an old story that is something that, just a story you heard about as your gag roll, and oftentimes you actually go into territories of hunting where you deal with other changing breeds, the were creatures. There was a near extinct group of them that did survive in small numbers, that were the Nuisha, tricksters, coyotes.
I see. Well, I presume that either he has... What were they called again?
Nuisha.
Either he has a Nuisha friend, or we are in the wrong dwelling.
Nuisha?
They're
What are Nuisha?
I've heard of them. They're changing breed coyotes who are known for their trickery.
We are indeed known for our
What makes you
trickery.
think that? Whoa, what?
As there's a lady standing next to Dawn now.
Dawn's gonna go to stand up and
Fall over.
I made no mention that your shoes were tied.
You are very funny people.
Well, thank you.
Dawn's just led on the floor on her back.
Why are you here looking for Padawa?
As I said just a few minutes ago, we were told that his goals might align with ours, and that we might be able to assist him in one of his.
He is on the hunt now.
Hmm.
I was merely staying back here and saw invaders. Wondered if I had warned him. But no, you are very silly, folks. And you seem harmless.
Well, thank you. Especially as we are so easy to trip up.
She'll kind of snicker to herself and kind of like offer a hand to Dawn.
Thank you. I'm gonna try and undo my laces.
I didn't think that would work.
Oh, it would on me.
Sorry, I probably should have said something.
Wait, you knew?
Yeah, well, I was just trying to figure out what was going on. I didn't think to inform you of that I saw her do that.
I had gotten my neck broken from tripping over my shoelaces.
Would you not have just healed it up, though?
Yeah, but the grudge would still be there. So, how did you get in without us noticing?
Oh, I followed you in.
Ah! Yeah, that would do it.
I just assumed the window flapping was you bursting through it, but I guess that works too.
Oh no, that was the wind. I just unlocked it.
Ah.
Makes sense. When the tricks are harmless, I bear no ill will. I look down at my pants. Although, if you have some rope or something that I could use to replace the belt, I would appreciate it.
If I was a very ugly wolf man that could turn into a wolf, I should say, rather than a wolf man, where would I keep rope? She's just gonna like mess around with like some of the stuff there and like pull out you guess it? It maybe I wouldn't call it like rope, but like looks like a piece of leather or something. Here, from the kitchen, like she like looks around the kitchen for a while and pulls it out.
Is it long enough to tie around my waist?
Sure.
Awesome. Thank you. So, are you willing to, I suppose, bring 3 mostly harmless individuals to join Senor Di Padua on the hunt?
Oh, he should be back here soon.
Oh, excellent. We look forward to meeting him.
I'm sure he does the same. Or he doesn't, and then he will probably kill you.
That is also what we were told. Perhaps if you were to let him know that we are here before he arrives and is surprised by our presence.
I will let him know when he returns back that he will not be surprised by you.
Excellent. Have you met Drake and Matilda?
No. Who are they?
They are associates of his, and were the ones who told us to come here in the first place. They suggested that if we mentioned their names, he might be more amenable to not killing us.
Ah. Good luck on that.
Many thanks.
You can understand. I understand why we were name dropping so much.
Mm-hmm. So what's your favorite trick that you've played on someone?
Oh, simple pranks are simple pranks. They are just something to pass the time.
Yeah, it must get pretty boring up here. Do you even have the internet?
Internet? No. She looks, she's obviously Native American, I will say. I never know if Garrow keep clothes. I'm sorry, they never say, I don't know it anywhere. I know it's like certain things change forms and keep clothes. I can't remember. Or any changing breeds. Them and clothes.
I don't know about...
Don't know. There might be a right for it. I'll say there's probably a right for it.
So, I was gonna say, they've changed it in the most recent version, but I remember in the past there was a right for it. And I think it was generally referred to as the right of pants. I don't know if that's what it was actually called.
I don't think that's what it's actually called, but I think probably people called it that. That if you change back, you actually have
everyone
pants.
have the right to pants?
They should, but not everybody learns it.
Yeah.
Some people, they just like it.
Yeah, in the newest werewolf, it's based off your, like, humanity or whatever, or what's it called? Primal.
And what was your name?
I'm gonna butcher this one again. Ta Mala Pachame Moonseeker. I will put this spelling in chat.
Woo! Yeah. Also, what tribe was she from again?
Cheyenne. Or China. I think it's Cheyenne? It's this one. Which I'm also butchering.
Cheyenne, I think, yeah.
I think that's Cheyenne. But every time I see that, I want to call it something else other than Cheyenne, and I know that's what it should be, but it's like my brain is like, no, you will try to say it differently, and I'm like, no, brain, work correctly.
Yeah, I cannot pronounce that first one, though.
Have you found it yet?
The right of pants?
No. No, I'm talking to Tamela Pachme.
Oh, Tamela Pache. You can just call her Moonseeker.
Yeah.
You can just call me Moonseeker.
Have you found it yet?
Oh, what? The greatest prank I could do?
I was talking about the moon that you're seeking. But yes, that too.
You all seek Luna and her blessing. The greatest pranks we would always do are those not of our fellows and those around us, but those against the worm itself. Always prank the worm.
Seems that we share goals with more than just Di Padua.
But must you understand now, what have you done wrong when you entered this place? What should you have done right?
Probably should just waited outside, to be honest.
That is a very good lesson. The best of them all. Not the only lesson that must be learned.
Hey, Dawn, are you done untying and retying your shoes?
Probably just.
All right. Well then, let us set back all the things that we've unsettled.
I don't know why. I just imagine like Dom like going like over, under, in, and out.
Yes.
And wait patiently on the porch.
You'll notice that she'll close up and latch everything, and she'll actually close up the door, and she does something to it, like kind of like knocks it in a way, and you hear a latching noise on the inside.
Just knocks it so the latch falls down.
There's a trick to everything.
Apparently.
You must become more observant, you lot.
I have been working on that recently.
Not my strong suit.
Still not good.
There are many of your kind that have lost their way. But you seem at least reasonable. Like Di Padua.
I am on my way to being more observant. I have some skills, but I could always improve.
She respects you for having humanity, because Di Padua apparently has a humanity of 6. That's pretty impressive for like a vampire in his profession to keep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I guess he doesn't kill people, just vampires.
That makes sense.
That does make sense.
She'll rock on the swing. You just watch all of the three of you stand around for a while.
So how do you oppose the worm? Just with pranks?
In each our own way. I'm surprised that one of you recognized me. It was quite impressive. Many think us gone, save for a few amongst the Garu who know the truth.
Well, I've only
your
heard
kind.
rumors, so...
Probably passed along from those that know of us still. Uktena, Wendigo. I believe they still speak our name. Do they share it with others? Hard to say.
I heard it from my sire. He taught me a lot about the woods.
Then you should know that we are not tricksters, though we are tricksters. It's the nature of the coyote. But we are teachers. We have taught you a lesson now. Do not just break into someone's house, even if it seems like it is abandoned. Wait and see if someone returned home. They're visiting. Look for evidence on the outside. There are many things you could have done. Be more observant. There are many more stubborn than you. And, of course, then you just have to find a way to teach you a lesson.
Those more stubborn surely require much more direct and thorough pranks.
There's a time for pranking, and a time for fun, and a time for something that tricks you into learning a lesson. Whether dangerous or safe. Sometimes danger is required. Especially those that are stubborn and bull-headed. You'll kind of sit there for a while, and unless you want to, like, keep up the conversation, she's just going to kind of watch you.
I may ask her about the area a little bit.
She'll just let you know very simple things about the area. Nothing major.
No, I just figured it's something minor conversation.
You can keep the minor conversation going, and a couple of hours will pass, getting you into past midnight. That point in time, kind of bounding up out of the woods is a large wolf, which will shift back into a Nosferatu. It is a strange thing. I am glad I have learned this now. Moonseeker. Who are these friends of yours? He's going to actually, like, stare at you for a moment. I did not know you knew more of my kind. Speak now.
Does Nathan say anything?
I'm waiting for Moonseeker to talk.
She's just kind of like put up a hand and, like, you know, like, I found them here. They seem friendly enough. At least they seem harmless.
We were sent by Drake and Matilda.
Well, what do you want? I've been out here learning new abilities, improving myself.
To what end?
There are those I must hunt, and I was not well enough to hunt them.
Does that include an... I'm looking at my notes. A former archbishop?
He's gonna, as he's kind of like moving in, and like he kind of bangs the door in a way as you hear this like popping noise, and the door opens. Perhaps.
Helena mentioned that you were interested in the end of a particular card.
Familiar name. She still reigns in New York.
Last I heard, a few days ago.
I have spent the last many years up here, teaching myself new abilities. This ability to change into something more feral, to embrace a beast within, to master claws, like many others of our kind. Speed and body. To connect with nature. I am ready to hunt once again, soon. Almost have mastered all that I need to. So, perhaps you come here because you have information, yes? Perhaps you come here because you think, oh, if we helped the Archon, then perhaps our own standing within the Camarilla will be raised.
Or perhaps we have our own reasons to be searching for the end of Francisco.
Revenge?
No. Although, revenge would be delicious.
But whose, if not yours? For Helena? For the blood spilled in New York? You smell of that city.
Yes. For my sire, as well as for an object that he possesses.
If not for my soul, I would have slept a long time after his attack. I was only in Topor for a short while, fortunately for myself. And I've been able to train since then. A good opportunity is something that I would definitely seek. And if you are truly seeking, maybe, to be on good terms with the Archon, then perhaps you could be.
Well, there is to be a gathering in Hawaii, which will be attracting a few who are interested in similar pursuits to Francisco.
And perhaps I would be interested in joining you on this retreat. Moonseeker, what will you do? You have tormented me, but also allowed me to learn many things in our years together here. And I found you just as interesting as you found me. Where is your party at?
In Hawaii.
I do like to travel, and it has been some time since I've traveled, since I've been here with him. Perhaps visiting this land and seeing those that live there would not be bad. I could come along. I have my own thing to do. But I could accompany you. Then we travel. What is the time of this gathering?
We are looking at whatever the time was. I don't remember what it was exactly.
You're setting up for a date that we discussed previously that none of us remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. In this amount of time. We are still ensuring that accommodations are provided, that nourishment is available, and that all of those involved will be there.
Excellent. But know this. I expect Francisco Domingo de Polonia to show up. The Spaniard will die again by my hand. And if he doesn't, it will be your heads.
Excellent. Would you be willing to allow me to take his head to Helena, or would you prefer to present it yourself?
I will present what is left to my masters, to the Justicars.
Excellent.
A Justicar, if you're unaware, are what effectively is the Camarilla's government.
Yeah.
They are the inner circle. They are effectively those that are... Each clan that has a major stake in the Camarilla has a member, basically.
Excellent.
There are a few clans that still have some groups, but they also in nowadays there's a lot of Gangrel have joined the Anarchs, and a lot of Bruges have too, but they still have Justicars, even though much of their clan is joined the subgroup almost to the Camarilla. So, there you go. And why don't we take our break now? As you've made friends with him?
I mean,
He's
as
promised,
close as I was expecting to make.
he's promised your murder
Yeah, I
if he
mean,
can't successfully get what he wants.
I mean, we get that all the time.
You know what? If that guy isn't there, he's gonna have to fight with all the other people that want to kill us.
Yeah.
There is a lot of them. You have a long list of people that want you dead, and people that like you
And-
too.
Yeah, and a few things that people who don't like us need to get from us before they can kill us, because if they kill us, they won't know where it is.
Yeah. Good times.
Oh yeah, I love this
And
tangled
then-
web.
Yeah, and then out of character, as far as I understand, you're friends with Dracula?
Yes.
They are indeed friends with Dracula.
Kinda.
I'm trying to bang his wife.
Uh-huh.
One of them.
Uh-huh.
One of his
The main
wives.
one.
I mean, at least one. Specifically one, and kind of open to some of the other.
Yeah. I mean, I did get invited to go hang out with them all and accidentally brought Nathan. Wait, did I
Yeah.
bring Nathan or did I bring...
I thought you brought Ryan.
No,
Yep.
I don't think I brought Ryan. No, I think I brought Dunce's character, didn't I?
You may have brought poor Samuel along.
It's either Samuel or it was Nathan, and I brought one of you along.
Well, it wasn't me.
Yeah, I didn't get to bang Dracula's wives. I was too oblivious.
There's still time.
Apparently, Dawn has been called a disaster lesbian. That's the character that she's become. Because she's so bad at it.
Okay.
Oh, God. Okay.
It happened with Dracula's wife, it happened with Sword Lady, it's probably gonna happen with this coyote woman. Like...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dawn is a disaster lesbian.
Huh.
So, yeah, we'll take that break there, after that there, and we'll be back for the last approximate hour. So, see you in a second, folks.